Greetings, Greywitch here. So today I am playing Need for Speed Heat, and I am trying to unlock ultimate parts in night races. Now, there's two ultimate parts sets. There's Ultimate and then Ultimate Plus. The ultimate parts are unlocked from doing Heat 3 races, and Ultimate Plus are unlocked from doing Heat 5 races. So the first thing you have to do is get your Heat level up, and the way I do that is there's a couple of races that have really high Heat payouts over here, called Discovery A, B, and C. They lead you pretty much all the way around the map, and it's a really good way to build up a lot of rep in a short amount of time. So we're going to do that, try to find this race somewhere right in here, get this Heat level going, and then continue on to the Heat level 3 race and try to unlock some parts. Alright, so here's that first race, pays out 44,000 rep, so that's pretty cool. That's going to definitely get me up to a Heat 3. So let this load in. Get this fun time started. So this is pretty much how I've been ranking up, is doing exactly what I'm doing right now. So I'm also using this to unlock these same parts. So the same technique that I do through all of this will be the same technique that I also used to rank up to get to level 50 pretty fast. So this will be a big help if you just need to rank up to, or if you're trying to get the ultimate parts like I am. Alright, so here we go. Let's start off this great rumpus. Now, when I race at nighttime, I try to let the car in first stay pretty much going, mainly for that reason right there. It's because I hit that cop car. But the car in first is pretty much your blocker, especially like right now. I can keep up with the car in first. I can pass him anytime I want. My car is ready for it. So I try to let him take out the cops, run through, knock stuff out, especially if it's, higher traffic and stuff like that. But right now it's pretty cool, so you won't really have to worry about it. But it will get crazier. And when it does, it's sometimes a good idea to have those guys in front of you, because you really want to try to finish first place, top 5 if you can. And that's what sucks. Every time I look at the mini-map, I will hit a car. I guarantee it. It's like my car is automatically attracted to him as soon as I look at the mini-map. It's like there's magnets in it or something. It's ridiculous. But when I do daytime races, I like to race the circuit races. At night, I like to do the sprint races. That way, it's easier to get away from the cops. Because if you're riding in circles, the cops build up pretty quick and it's kind of hard to get away from them. So I stick to the sprint races at night, circuit races during the day. It works out a lot better. Alright, so we're not doing too bad. I'm slamming in all kinds of stuff. But once I get warmed up, I should be doing much better. This is not raining yet. It's going to be, because it rains continuously in this game. Alright, so the cops are on us again. Halfway through with this race. And I've already escaped again. I love this car. And I've already got this one right up all the way up to 400. So basically right now I'm just going for ultimate parts, just I guess because. Well, mainly to unlock them for my other cars. But yeah, so far so good. Alrighty. Now, the one thing about these races here, the A, B, and C discoveries, they're long races. And once the race finishes, you can immediately start up the next one. The next one's going to be really close to the finish line of the one you just previously finished. So you have to keep an eye out for that so you can start it up again. So you run through all 3 of these, the A, B, and C discovery races, and then make it back to your garage. You're going to show up with a good amount of rep. Not doing too bad. Not too bad. Ah, right as I said I'm not doing too bad, I slammed right into a car. Oh, there's a cop off to the left. I guarantee I picked this up. Oh no, right at the edge. I might get past him. Oh, and I'm right at the end of the race too. Alright. So 44,000 rep. It's pretty good. Now here's the next race. Now I could just go ahead and just go to the Heat 3 race and do that, but I mean it's only what? I've only been racing for 5 minutes, so let's pick up another race. Let's have some fun. Let's get the cops all kinds of angry at us. Because when the cops come at you, they come at you hard in this game. Especially once you hit the Heat level 4 and 5. It becomes ridiculous. Don't worry, you'll see. Okay. Why is everybody getting over to the left? And see, I really like racing this because the ghost racers, that helps out a lot. Because like I said, they'll sometimes knock stuff out of the way, but sometimes they can be a really bad hindrance. Like how I hit that car, sometimes they hit cars like that. And some of the worst wrecks I've been in have been because of the ghost cars hitting other cars that have spun out in front of me. Or their car's gone out of control and into me. So it's kind of cool like that because I like the ghost cars. You know, you don't always want to race with other people. And if you can't, it's not really fun just driving around the track by yourself. So this makes it a lot more fun. Here's the fuzz. Hit him with the bicycle bell.
I just found that damn driver again. Don't let him slip. All units, we've located
I really have to concentrate when I'm doing this kind of driving too. And when I do the daytime racing, I'll sometimes drive in first person. It's hard for me to do it at night. Especially when the cops hitting you and slamming into other cars. Because you don't have to deal with other traffic in daytime races. It's only nighttime races. If I can keep this thing on the road.
Come on. Can you send some real support, please?
And it's actually easier to drive when it's raining and wet like this at night. I know it sounds kind of weird, but well, it is for me because I can see the oncoming headlights better. I guess because it reflects off the ground and it shines better. So it's a little bit easier to see the cars that are coming towards you. Now the ones that are in the lane with you that you're traveling with, I hit them all the time. My brake lights just aren't bright enough. You know, traveling 200 miles an hour, you got a dark colored car, it just sneaks up on you. There's a pretty good chance I'm going to hit them. Especially because I got to look over at the mini map. I'm multitasking. There's stuff happening. Not too bad right now. Doing pretty good. Don't have very much damage to the car. Which in this car can happen really quick. Oh, look. Just like I was saying. Alright, so here's a perfect example. I just did all that damage to the car. Now I have two. I can fix it up. If I hit circle, I can do that twice. Or I can, come over here and hit the gas station for repair. I have 2 repairs left there too. So, knowing where all of those gas stations are is a big plus. Almost as important as getting all of your safe houses unlocked.
Hey everyone, the coffee break is over. Our previous runner is back for more.
Once you get your car up fast, you can get away from them pretty quick. It starts to become a little bit more difficult once the rhino starts showing up. Alright, so this one's done. Now if you were going to do the next race, the Heat 3, there it is, right up there. I am not going to do that one. I mean this sprint race here, Discovery C. Because I'm going to go ahead and go straight to the Heat race. Which looks like has moved around. That's the Heat 5. Let me find the Heat 3. Oop, back to nighttime. Where is... Oh, there it is. Over here. Nope, that's not it. There it is. Alright, right there. Cool. So, if you win it, you make $72,000, $55,000 rep. So it's a good race. Plus, you get a ultimate part. But you got to get back to the garage. And it looks like I am going to get the cops. Oh, it's not chasing me. That worked out. And get my GPS to recalculate so I know where I'm going. Oh, there's another one up here. Oh no, he's down on the lower one. Okay, that's cool. He can't see me. Come on, GPS. There it goes. Oop, there's a cop down here, though. There he is. Alright. So I gotta lose the cops before I can start this race up. And that can be a pain in the butt sometimes.
Suspect has been located and we're taking up pursuit again.
I've lost eyes on the subject somehow.
Whoa, I almost hit that van. Just stopped right in the middle of the intersection.
Suspect was last seen in the area. Start search.
And that's something else you have to worry about too, is the NPC cars get into wrecks all the time. They'll just pull out in front of them, each other, wreck. So you have to deal with those wrecks, the ghost cars wrecking, the police. So it's a pretty good game for getting your driving down. Alright, so all we gotta do now is head up to this race. Try not to get the cops.
Gotta do better than this.
And then get through this race, and then get all the way back to a safe house without getting busted. Because getting busted sucks. They take your rep, they take your money. Well, they don't take all your money, but they take enough money to make you mad. They take all your rep. Any part you've won. Sucks. Throw you in handcuffs. It's not a fun time. So you want to make sure that that does not happen at all. Okay, we should be getting close to this somewhere. See it up there. Nope, I thought that was it. That was a safe house. See, that's another thing I like. If you see the thing back there in the distance that shows like that little house symbol and some words and stuff like that, that's a safe house. And I like how it sticks up from the ground. You can see it from a distance, so it's easier to get your way there without having to rely on the GPS. Alright, so let's start this race up, but before we do that, I gotta set a marker right here at my escape route. Because that spot where I put the marker is my instant get away from the cop zone. I can get away from the cops regardless of what heat level I'm at. It's 5, no problem. I can still get away from the cops. You gotta get there, but once I'm there, I can get away from the cops. Started in 7th, fell back to 8th. And I'll be in 1st in a moment. But this race here is also going to be a lot more chaotic because it is a heat race, so the cops are going to be on you fast. Like I said about having those cars in front of you to get the stuff out of the way. But when those cops hit you, they hit you hard. They don't hit nowhere near as hard as the Rhinos. And what the Rhino is basically an armored SWAT vehicle. Heading straight for you, usually with the headlights off. Slams right into you, will destroy your car. Or at least get it close to critical as it can. And if you don't have any toolbox to where you can fix it up on the fly, or you're nowhere near a gas station, you're going to be busted pretty quick. Unless you're just extremely lucky. I've gotten lucky a couple times. I got my tires popped and a critical engine all right as I was sliding into a gas station. So you can get lucky sometimes, but it's usually not going to work out that way. Ooh, here come the upgraded units. These are the ones with the turbocharged engines. They can definitely stay with you if you don't have a good working engine with some NOS in it. And it'll really make you mad when you hit your NOS and those cops, the improved chargers and stuff that come after you, the cops with the better engines, and they just pass you. Oh, that'll make you so mad. But until you get your engines up, it's one of those things you have to deal with. Alright, so we are doing pretty good. We have 64% of this race done. Doing like 150 miles an hour around corners. Okay. Everybody else that's in the race with me is way back there, which is good. So that allows you to make some mistakes and recover. Sometimes, for no reason at all, a car will pull out in front of you and cause you to wreck really badly. Ooh, there's cops up here. 90%, I gotta be getting close. Because once I finish this race, it is really gonna get chaotic. So I'm at a heat level 4 right now. And when I finish this race, it probably wouldn't take me too long to get to 5. And I could go do the other thing, but we're gonna just go ahead and wait. Alright, so let me set up my GPS. Where's it at? To my getaway point. There it is. Now we gotta make it there. And this is the hardest part. Get away from my GPS and everything, the HUD to load in.
Look what we got here. I'm seeing the vehicle we chased earlier. Just picked up the chase from
Now the cool thing is you can get the cops to wreck relatively easy. Especially if you can get them to follow over their own spike strips. You can actually get them to pop their own tires. If you can get other cars to head-on collision into them or get up right behind other cars, there's tricks that you can do. But other than that, they're gonna stick to you pretty good. And I just hit heat level 5, so it's gonna get nuts now. There's gonna be helicopters, rhinos, everything. So where I am heading to is the racetrack. And I learned pretty early in the game. Oh, here comes one of those rhinos right now. Where's it at? Oh, there it is. Oh, damn it. I knew I wasn't going to get away from it. You see how much damage that did. And I've got my damage reduction maxed out. So if I hadn't had that on there, it would have been a serious hit. Especially in this little tiny Porsche. Oh, there's another rhino. Got by that one. Just barely, though. There'll be more. Alright, so once you get in here, all you have to do is stick to the track and just go. And after a good bit of time, you'll lose the cops, and then you can just head straight to your safe house. As I learned this pretty early on, I saw, I didn't even see that coming. That rhino slammed into me. I'm going to have to use one of my fix-em-ups right now. There we go. That was massive damage. But yeah, I learned this pretty early on. And this is a big help. I ranked up in a very short amount of time. Just going out, getting high heat races, getting the cops, coming back here, and then doing it. And then once you lose them, all you gotta do now is head to the safe house. When I come out of here, I drive like I'm on fire. Because I'm trying to get to that door before any cops show up or anything else ridiculous happens. There we go. Into the garage.
Times like this, I could listen to a cop scanner all night.
I made a little bit of cash. Decent amount of rep. But I'm already ranked up, so it doesn't matter. What I really want is that part that I just brought back in. So that's going to be an ultimate part. Go ahead and put that right on the Porsche.
Don't listen to him.
Just click that. And right there. And there's the part. Sweet. Pretty cool. Well, it's $28,000 if I had to buy that. So, well, when I do have to buy it for my other cars. So, it's going to be a pretty good chunk of change once I start fixing up my other cars with these ultimate parts. Alright, well, this is Grey Witch. I hope this video was as much fun for you as it was for me, and I will see you next time. Peace!